Right, gents, in this video we're going to add the windows and the doors if we have time, otherwise we'll just do windows. So we're going to add windows, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create our layer properties, right? So a new layer, sorry, in layer properties. So I'm going to go new layer and type in windows, which is good. Now you'll see it's copied the walls layer, which is so therefore the line weight isn't correct. We do want it continuous. But I'm going to come back here and keep it on black. We're not going to change we're going to contrast this one. We'll just leave it on black, okay? And we're going to change the line weight to 0.2. So that should give us enough contrast between external edges of walls and windows, okay, or outlines. The next thing I'm going to do is be smart. I'm going to go use the internet. So I'm going to go FreeCADs on Google. So type in FreeCADs. You'll see I've used them quite a bit, so they're there. Then I'm going to go search for Windows. Here we go. Right, get rid of these allow ads. Right, and you'll see we get a whole bunch of windows. You can keep scrolling, you'll find a lot of them, and you can go and use whichever plan view window you like. However, I trust this one because I know the scale works nicely. The others I don't know, haven't really worked with them, so I'm going to, but you can adjust the scale, adjust them as you like. So I'm going to click this one here, view, click on view, and then I'm going to download this one by clicking on DWG. I'm going to then open window. Right, there it is. I'm going to highlight the whole thing, Control copy, and I'm going to bring it across in here, Control V. Now what I'm going to do immediately is I'm going to highlight that, okay? And I'm going to make sure it becomes a window tab or a window layer. If we turn on our line weights now, you'll see the difference. The window layer is a lot smaller. Okay, so that's perfect. That's exactly what we want for contrast. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to assume that this window is not wooden, aluminium, steel, whatever but more so aluminium. Right, so we don't have to add any color to it. Which we are going to use the sans colors when we present this. The SAB, Southern African National Standards, your reds and greens and yellows, etc. for the different materials. So I'm going to highlight this whole thing, right? I'm going to then go move. I want to move it, type and move. But if you type in M, the first command will be move, and I'm going to press enter. Now what I want to do is I want to attach this short edge on over here, the midpoint, to the midpoint of the wall, because the window will always be centered to the wall, and this we know. So I'm going to grab that point there, and I'm going to go and attribute it there to that edge on the wall. Now it's obviously too short, right? So I'm then going to use the stretch command. So you type in stretch command, there we go, it'll be the first one that comes up. And then I'm going to highlight just a portion of it because we don't need to stretch the whole thing. And then I'm going to press enter, and now I'm in the command and engaged. I'm going to click on that center point and just pull it across, right? I'm in the perpendicular, which is nice. It's going to prevent me from going off at angles. There we go. Now that is the size we need for that spacing there and that spacing there. So I'm just going to show you something that's quite interesting. I'm going to make a copy of this because we're going to need it. So Control copy, Control V, bring it down. Right. Now if I go Control, watch, highlight, Control Shift V, it makes a block. So I've first got to copy the original, then I've got to go, so you go Control C for the original, and then take that copy, and then Control Shift V. And now what you'll notice is I've got a block, right? So if I click on it, I don't have these separate lines and separate features. Now I can highlight that, type in MOV for move, or move and then highlight, it's up to you, and then I can go pick a point on which to move this window. So I'm going to use this edge of the wall, position it, right, then I'm going to click on that, copy it, and I'm going to move it across from there onto, well, let's do that again. I'm going to go there, I'm going to type in copy, enter, and I'm going to click on that point there, and then you'll see I'll drag it across nicely and get it on there. Right. All of the big three windows placed. We got one more window to place over here, and that's quite simple. We're going to highlight this. We're going to type in rotate. We're going to fix up anywhere on this object, center, anywhere, doesn't matter. I'm just going to come to the same points I've been using, and then I can rotate this through perpendicularly according to the snap that I've got on. I'm then going to take this and I'm going to go move. I'm going to click on that center point there, and I'm going to go put it on the center point of the window. Right, now I need to stretch. Okay, so I'm going to go stretch it. We don't need to stretch, we want to obviously shorten it, but the same thing will apply. Okay, so I'm going to highlight over all those features, enter. I'm going to click on that center point to stretch, and I'm going to just drag up. Oopsie, we've lost. Let's try that again. Stretch. I'm going to highlight that whole thing. There we go. And I'm going to go enter, and I'm going to drag that in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've stretched that into place. Now all we need to do is add the window sills. And that's quite simple. I'm going to do one for the 3 of these. Now window sills will be the edgings of walls, so those will be slightly bigger. Window sills will be 50 millimeters from the outside. So we're going to go across, excuse me, 1510 by 50. So 1510, right, comma, 50. Enter. There's your window sill. Trim command, and we're going to get rid of that. Then what I'm going to do is highlight that, so I'm going to go copy. I'm going to bring it down from there, across to there. That's my window sill. And then obviously I want it here, so I'm going to do this. Watch, I'm going to click on that point, and it's in place, but it's the wrong way around. But that's chilled. So I'm going to go mirror, right? Enter, right? And then I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to mirror it. So I click on a point to mirror. I want to mirror it from a center point. So if I do this, grab there, and it should then give me the center. There we go. Click on that point, and you can see I can rotate around, and it falls into place. Then I want to erase the original source object, yes. And there we go, window sills in place. Here, let's just do it manually. I'm going to go, you could have done this manually as well for the rest of them, but 50, enter, come across there, drop it, and then 50. So use that as a reference, snap, and then snap again. So the window sills in place. So walls, window sills in place. Next video we'll do doors.